One of the most disheartening things that a warrior can face is illness. But now, after 12 days of being out of the gym, your boy, Hercules, has returned. Welcome to another episode of Revealing Hercules.
As many of you already know, I've been battling a pretty annoying illness lately, and for about 12 days there, I was pretty damn sick. I had the cold, I had the fever, the headache, completely fatigued, just all around, just pretty much useless. So I had to take it off the gym, and you should do that too. When you are feeling really sick, you should take it off the gym. But then finally, I was able to sort of transition back to the gym and working out again, finally, which I'm so excited about. And a lot of you guys wonder, how do you transition after you're sick back into going to the gym? Well, the first day that I feel like I'm all right to go to the gym, I'll go at 40 to 50%, meaning that I'll use much less weight, and I'll also stop many reps before failure. Then the next day I'll go at about 60 to 70%, the next day I'll go 70, 80%, and then the next day I'll gauge and see if I can go 100%. So I was finally able to go back to the gym on Thursday, so then I hit Friday, I hit Saturday, and I hit Sunday, and all of those were like those slow intensity workouts. Like I'm saying, I was ramping up from 50% to all the way up to 100% on Sunday. And then finally, I was so excited, I was finally able to hit a full workout on Monday. So Monday did fall onto a leg day, so I strapped my Annie shoes on, went off to the gym, and was hoping for the best, really. I mean, honestly, I wasn't sure if I was gonna be able to get a full workout in. I wasn't sure if afterwards I'd feel worse or better or what it was. But on Monday, I killed it. The workout was super good. I was able to hit my compounds. I was able to hit leg press decently heavy. You know, obviously I didn't want to go too crazy with the weight, but I was just feeling overall very energetic, very strong, and it was a very nice change of pace to be able to actually work out. So now if everything keeps going how it's expected, I'm finally 100% back lifting the weights, so I'm really excited about that. You might be wondering, how was my food while I was sick and how is it now? I was eating roughly about 24 to 2,500 calories while I was sick, just simply because I wasn't going to the gym to burn off those extra calories, but I also didn't want to go severely into a deficit while I'm sick, because I do want to get better as soon as possible. So I was eating about 2,500 calories or so. Now that we're back to the gym, I am eating 2,800 calories, and I'm really noticing that going lower than 2,800 calories while lifting and doing my cardio and stuff isn't really necessary for me at this point, and I don't think I'm even going to really need to go too far much lower than 2,800 calories before the competition. But I have had a lot more of an appetite even while being sick, so what I've been doing is eating a lot more volume foods. You know, I've been making this one thing, this pho thing, this vegetable stew essentially thing, where I'll put a ton of miso into water, boil that up, maybe add a little bit of vegetable broth, and then from that point in, I'll just throw in tons of veggies, a little bit of this, and diet hack right here, a little bit of this tofu noodle stuff. This stuff is huge in volume. The whole packet is 20 calories. So you're getting like this whole thing of noodles, but it's almost no calories. So the whole soup thing is, you know, just a couple hundred calories. Of course, a lot of sodium. We'll cut that out when we get close to competition, but for now it's okay. So that allows me to get a lot of volume in with low calories. So my food game has been on point. It's about to be even more on point now that I'm lifting again. I'm so freaking excited to go back to the gym. We are competing on June 11th, which basically puts us about 4 weeks out before the peak week. So we're 5 weeks out from competition. We have 4 weeks to actually make progress on our physiques, and then that last week you're really not trying to lose any fat. It's really not a smart idea, honestly, on peak week to try and force any extra fat loss. At that point, you should be as lean as you need to be, and then you should just be doing certain like protocols and things to get you ready for the competition. So I'm gonna go as hard as I can for the next 4 weeks, get as best lifting as I can, do my cardio, lose fat, all of that, try to do as best as I can, and then that peak week's gonna come up and I'm gonna cover as much of that as I can, give you as detailed information and breakdown as I can of that peak week. Now, how come I'm still super white? How come I'm still white as a ghost, and how come I haven't tanned yet? Well, a couple things kind of screwed me up. I was gonna do that acne surgery, and then the acne surgery actually got pushed past the competition, so now I'm gonna do that after competition, so I could have started tanning then, but then I got sick, and then I had to take antibiotics because I wasn't getting any better after those 10 or 11 days, and then because I'm on antibiotics, antibiotics, my skin is actually sensitive, so I'm not allowed to tan yet. So once I'm off these antibiotics for a little bit, I can finally tan. And then we have all this stuff coming up. We have, you know, FitCon coming up. We have John Venus coming and staying with me this weekend for a whole week. So I'm gonna try and make sure that I can continue tanning all the way up to competition, but it may be here or there, but I'm gonna try to do my best. Also, another little like primping thing that I have to do is I'm whitening my teeth right now. So I'm a couple days in. I'm not all the way in yet, so I can't give you the before and afters, but I feel pretty good about it. I don't really like whitening my teeth because it kind of hurts a little bit sometimes, and honestly I just don't like sitting there with strips in my face, but it is necessary. I really do suggest you guys whiten your teeth if you are going to go into competition. So the last thing I should talk about is how I'm going to get back into my cardio. Now you guys do remember I was around 35 minutes per 3 sessions and 30 minutes per other 3 sessions, so 6 sessions total. But now I think I'm going to jump back in. The first day it's going to be like 10 minutes, the next day will be 15, the next day 20, 25, 30, until I'm back up at my 30 to 35 minute per session rate. And then we're gonna kind of see how my fat loss is going from that point on and decide whether we're gonna stay at 30 or 35-ish until the competition, or if we're gonna up it and ramp it up from that point on. My physique, actually, I'm pretty excited. Of course, I lost a little bit of size. A lot of people are commenting, being like, "Oh man, you're getting so much smaller." It's because I was sick, guys. So I wasn't lifting. Even if you're not sick and you just don't lift for 2 weeks at a time, you know, 10, 11, 12 days like I did, you're going to lose a lot of water, a lot of bloat from actually hurting yourself, causing micro trauma to your muscle fibers, which is gonna make you hold a lot of water. But then also, I'm not, you know, refilling my glycogen stores because I'm not using my muscles and I'm not eating as much calories, so my carbs aren't filling out my muscles. So now in the next week or two, you guys are gonna be like, wow, that's crazy, you look so much bigger, more shredded. It's simply just because I'm refilling my glycogen now that I'm lifting again, and I did continue losing fat while I was sick, even though I wasn't lifting. So yes, being sick honestly did put me back a little bit, but to be fair, every single contest prep I've ever done, I've gotten sick. And I know a lot of suggestions are coming right now, but I think it's just honestly because my calories are low, so my central nervous system is being like overworked because I'm having to do extra cardio, extra workouts and stuff, but then I'm having less calories for it to recover from. So therefore my immune system is sort of compromised, and then I'm in this very public gym touching weights and whatnot, and even if I don't touch my face at all, those germs eventually do get to you because you touch your bag, and then you touch your bag later when you pick it up, and then you go grab your handle, and then you grab the handle again, you touch your face, things like that. So I get sick just about every time. It's kind of expected, and at this point I pretty much have a strategy to deal with being sick. But even with the sickness and even being a little bit behind because of that, I feel like my physique is looking pretty good. 4 weeks we can get right on track to where I want to be before we compete, and I'm really excited to bring you guys with me. So I'm sorry that today's video was a little bit different than the regular Hercules series. Of course, I was sick for the first part of this week, and then also like yesterday, Tuesday, I was recording Cali Muscle, Joey Swole, and CT Fletcher, and then today when you guys are watching this, literally as you're watching this, I'm editing that video. So that's taking a lot of my time up, and it's just making it a lot harder to make that whole Hercules series. But next week, I will make sure that we have the traditional Revealing Hercules episode up with all the segmented block style, and I'm really excited for you guys to see that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm excited that you guys got updated on where I am for this physique competition, and I'm just stoked to finally be back on the grind and hopefully showing you guys what I'm doing and how I'm getting there, and maybe inspiring a couple of you guys.
So that is it, my friends. Make sure you give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, and I'll be back next week to show you a whole nother week of progression on another episode of Revealing Hercules.